I tell you, it's going to make this longer, I apologize. Real quick story. 2, 10, 12, 15, Pope stepping on them. That's black. Anyway, over $1.3 billion.
Now, I don't know about him, but they haven't yet invented the torture that could drag those numbers from my lips.
How many miles you use aircraft for the United States Air Force as Vice President? I just read in the paper, Joe, you traveled 1,200,000 miles in Air Force. He said, big, I won't quote him exactly. He said, big deal, Joey. He said, we just had a retirement dinner in Newark, New Jersey. He said, just had a retirement dinner. You know how many miles you've ridden? I said, no, Andy. He said, 1,327 miles. I don't hear any more about the Air Force.
Pretty hard to believe.
Would you believe
all these mass murders, not this weekend, but have been because people have picked up kids and grabbed stuff off of counters, off of the... anyway, I don't want to get angry.
Close the door!
right, Chief? Missed me by that much, Chief. You cannot be too careful with your gun.
Are you all right?
Missed it by that.
Progress toward justice often meets ferocious pushback from the oldest and most sinister of forces. That's because hate never goes away. I thought when I graduated we could defeat hate, but it never goes away. It only hides under the rocks. And when it's given oxygen, it comes out from under that rock. And that's why we know this truth as well. Silence is complicity. It cannot remain silent. We have to live through this battle for the soul of the nation.
I'll talk about a couple brief things here. The Southern Poverty Law Center themselves advertise to raise money to dismantle violent extremist groups for a period of at least a decade. They use their donor network to raise money to purportedly dismantle violent extremist groups. However, the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, used the money they raised from their donor network to actually pay the leadership of these very groups. I just want to say that again. They used the fraudulently raised money by lying to their donor network, thousands of Americans, to go ahead and actually pay the leadership of these supposed violent extremist groups. The groups, as the general laid out, include the Ku Klux Klan, the United Klans of America, Unite to Right, National Alliance, the National Socialist Movement, the Aryan Nation Motorcycle Club, and the National Socialist Party of America, and also the American Front.
But those few who fail to meet that standard must be held accountable, and they were today. One was. No one should be above the law. And today's verdict sends that message. But it's not enough. We can't stop here. In order to deliver real change and reform, we can and we must do more to reduce the likelihood that tragedies like this will ever happen and occur again.
A global firm, a corrupt system, they pay to play.
We reward ruin. Thor's hammer, now our gavel.
The Catholic Fourth Reich rises from the shadows.
The Southern Poverty Law Center worked with the Democrats' pairing and entrapment narratives. I'm a pagan Jewish capo of this system of pay to play, get paid to play, and reward for ruin.
I am a Muslim capo in this system of ecumenical theft. It pays well.